we really came against this moment where the traditional tools that you were using in accounting and management weren't really doing the job to explain what's going on in the market today. We have a couple things that have changed dramatically. One is we have a knowledge economy, whereas before we had an industrial economy. And traditional accounting doesn't really explain what's going on in a knowledge-based business. And we also have this moment when we're realizing that we can't ignore what's called externalities in a business. We have to think about the influence that our business has in a society, in a community, on the national environment. So how does a hard-nosed, kind of financially trained consultant help people think about these things? Well, it calls for a new framework. And so what I'm going to do today is share with you a framework that has been emerging. I've been working actively with this for over 10 years. And internationally, especially in Europe and Asia, a little less so in the US, there's a whole new set of thinking around this. It's called integrated reporting. It's an innovation movement, if you will, or task force that's led by 50 of the all the leading accounting firms and all the largest corporations and regulatory firms to try and innovate and change how we report on business, and therefore if the information helps influence, then also how people think. So as John explained, why am I here? Why am I going to hopefully be able to help you in this job fair today? What I'm going to do is just give you a quick introduction to the framework that's emerging as a way of looking at businesses. And I'm going to teach you about the framework quickly, talk to you about how you can use the framework to ask good questions and understand a business better. If there are business people that are leading roundtables or recruiting, this maybe can help guide you how you can talk about your business. And then finally, talk about how this framework actually applies to individuals, and so how you can use it to describe your strengths, and then talk about how it fits with the business. So it's a nice follow-up to all the great stories that Hong shared, that we can say, now, what's your personal story and how is it going to fit in? So let's just jump right in. The way I want to teach you about this framework is to talk about two sets of companies. So the first set is, everybody knows, who in your pocket today or with you today does not have a phone that has one of these two, represents one of these two communities? Right, everybody. How many have an Apple-based product, and how many have an Android-based? Okay, I'm an Android person too. So let's talk really quickly. Obviously, we're using the products to do the same things. You could say that they were, maybe interchangeable. Yet the way that these companies create value is quite different. So I'm going to ask you to tell me what are some of the ways that the value creation of these two businesses different.